Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me in this video. Today we'll be considering ArcFresh studies with an interest in the IEEE 1584 standard. The IEEE 1584 standard is a standard that has been established in order to help us determine the accurate equations to calculate what's called incident energy. Maybe to step back, what is an arc flash? An arc flash basically is the release of light and heat during a short circuit. So if two cables of different voltage levels come into contact, there is a result of an arc flash. So this results in light and heat that is being released with temperatures as high as 20,000 degrees Celsius. That is well over 3.5 times the surface temperature of the sun. So you can imagine how much damage and burn that can cause to a worker. So using this calculated incident energy or thermal energy that is being calculated using the IEEE 1584 standard, we can then use that to recommend the appropriate category of the personal protective equipment or clothing that a worker has to have on as the last level of defense at the occurrence of an arc flash. So as I was working with ArcFresh studies in ETAP, I came to a realization that the two standards have a key difference. So I'm going to demonstrate that. As I'm explaining this, I will demonstrate those two differences in ETAP. And I had a question to say, with these changes, how are we able to make sure that these changes still correspond to the real world practice in the field? So now I'm going to run an ArcFresh study here. And this model is basically a model that I did before, which consists of a solar plant, and then downstream, which is where I'm interested to performing my ArcFresh study, is in this bus 4, which feeds this lamp load from this transformer. So as of now, I'm in my ArcFlash mode. So for this demonstration, for now I'm going to be applying the 1584 2002 version. This was the first version that was released in 2002, and as of now, which is 2024, as I'm making this video, the latest version is the IEEE 1584 2018 version. So I'm going to run this study using the 1584 standard that was released first in 2002. As you may note, my transformer T2 is solidly grounded. I'll show you that. So it is solid grounded. Now I'm going to run my ArcFresh study. I want you to take note of the instant energy that is being calculated when we have solidly grounded our transformer. Right. So as you can see, our information resulting from our study is given here close to our bus bar. So the level A is the category of the recommended PPE. Our ArcFresh boundary, which is the safest distance you need to be away from the live equipment in case an ArcFresh occurs. And then now what we are mainly here for, the incident energy. So you can see the calculated incident energy is 0.59 calories per squared centimeters at 47.5 centimeters. This here is our bolted arc frame. This is the maximum available fault current at this point. So as you may note, the incident energy is 0.59. So I want you to take note of the difference if I change the grounding system of this transformer. Like I said, it was solidly grounded. Now I want to change it to something else. Let's say we want to resistor ground this. I will leave the value to the default value. So I'm going to rerun the study, now having resistor grounded my transformer. And I want you to take note of the new calculated instant energy. Remember, we are calculating this using the IEEE 1584 2002 version. Right. So previously we had 0.59 calories per centimeter squared. Now we have 0.596 calories per centimeter squared. Still at what? 45.7 centimeters. Again, our ArcFresh ArcFresh boundary has changed now to 0.322 meters. Now I'm going to change the study method to the latest IEEE 1584 2018 version. And I want you to take note of the difference in the incident energy now when I change the grounding system. So I'm going to restore the default grounding system to solid ground. And I want you to take note of the value of the incident energy calculated now using the 1584 2018 version with my transformer solidly grounded. Right. So you can see now my arc flash boundary is 0.206 meters, while my incident energy is 0.336 calories per centimeter squared at 45.7 centimeters. I'm going to change the grounding system, and I want you to take note of what is going to happen to my incident energy levels that have been calculated. Again, we're using the IEEE 1574 2018 version. So again, I'm going to resistor grounded with the same value of the resistance I used in my previous simulation where I was using the 1584 2002 version. Again, I'm in the arc flash study. I had 0.336 calories per centimeter squared. What do we have now? Still, we have 0.336 calories per centimeter squared at 45.7 centimeters. My arc flash boundary hasn't changed. My instant energy did not change despite me changing the grounding system of my transformer. So what is the conclusion that we're having here, ladies and gentlemen? That in the IEEE 1584 2002 version, the grounding system mattered, or it had an effect on the incident energy that is being calculated. However, in the 1584 2018 version, the grounding system has no effect. So now when I saw this discrepancy or this difference, I then asked myself, if in the previous standard, grounding effect heading was considered, and in the latest version, grounding effect is not considered, and we can see that the incident energy that is calculated when we did not consider the grounding effect is much less when we are considering the grounding effect with the previous standard. How do we make sure that these differences still align with the practicality of them in the field? So this was the question that I had when I made this observation. One of the comments that I got from a field application engineer at ABB said, substantial testing was conducted by the IEEE NFPA collaborative arc flash project that developed models that are the basis for the IEEE 1584 2018 version, which is the latest version. So these tests concluded that system grounding did not have significant impact. So he mentions that even the Annex G of the standard provides details of how the current model was developed. So you can see that this change wasn't just an arbitrary change, or it wasn't an easy change that was put into practice. Actually, robust data had to be developed, or models had to be developed to make such a conclusion. And guide that I found online, basically it's a comparative analysis between the 2018 version and the 2002 version. It did show that the 2018 version was based on some 1,800 tests, whereby now the 2018 version gave formulas that are more accurate as compared to the 2002 version. So it's safe to say that yes, this is practical, even though we saw that the instant energy levels had decreased from my model. And it's good to note that yes, this still maintains the practicality of the standards in the field, knowing that robust current models were employed to make this conclusion that indeed grounding doesn't have an effect in the calculation of the incident energy. So if we as we scroll down this document, even shows that one of the differences between the IEEE 1584 2002 version and the 2018 version is that with the 2002 version, the incident energy depended on the system grounding. Like you saw, when I solidly grounded, it gave a different incident energy value as compared to when I used a different kind of insulation or different kind of system grounding. Whereas the 2018 version, the instant energy was the same throughout, regardless of whether I solid grounded my transformer or my system, or use a different grounding technique. This is a good observation that I made. So as you go up, just show things like the IEEE 2018 version, considers things like the conductor configuration, whether it's vertical, conductors that are on open air, vertical conductors that are enclosed in a box, vertical conductors that are enclosed in a box but being terminated by a barrier inside of the box. So this shows the extent or even the more accurate, editions that are there in the 1584 2018 version. Speaking of these configuration of this conductor, let's go to the ETAP and show these conductor models in action. As you hover over the power calculator, you will see this. So then you go to the AC arc flash mode, and then we can see here that when we want to calculate our incident energy, we can come here and plug in the data that you have. So if you have your conductor gap, if you have your bolted current, if you have your working distance, and you know the type of equipment that you are performing this arc flash on, you can determine the incident energy, the arc flash boundary, as well as the arcing current. And also you can even change the electrode configuration. So as of now, you can see that it's vertical electrodes that are in a box. If I want to put this in open air, I can just go over VOA. Now I have those vertical conductors in open air. If I want to put these vertical conductors in a box, but they are being terminated by a boundary inside the box, I can then go to VCBB. So these are the different electrode configurations that we are able to have due to the 1584 version. Do we have these in the 1584 version? We can see that with the 2002 version, we only had VCB and VOA. So this now even shows the more accurate findings that we can get in the 1584 2018 version. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in this video.